It's time to talk about what is the movie we're talking about. We're talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Children. It's a sequel to the previous film. Let me read. Freddy Krueger returns on a whole new breed of terror in his most fiendish preserve, frightful fest yet. Unable to overpower the Dream Mars who vanquished him in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Freddy haunts the innocent dreams of an unborn child and preys upon her friends with sheer horror. Will the child be saved from becoming Freddy's newest weapon, or will the maniac again resurrect his legacy of evil? So yeah, apparently directed by Stephen Hopkins, who directed The Lost in Space, the 90s version, the one that no one likes, and Predator 2, a film that not many people really like. I wouldn't say Predator 2 is bad. I wouldn't say Predator 2 is bad. We'll get to Predator 2. That's on my list. That's definitely on my list of what movies we should watch. Because I want to do, because there's a new Alien movie coming out soon, so I do kind of want to go through the Alien Predator movies. Makeup artist from the Terminator. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, it's a continuation of the previous film. Was it Alice? Is the character named Alice? I don't know the name of the character. I think I'm thinking of something else I just watched. I was watching Rudolph Merengue's Dark Place. Gifted Kristen. Okay. Yeah, so it's a continuation, but I feel like she doesn't really have her powers. It's confusing. Maybe the child took the powers? The child who can also talk to her? This movie is weird. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the character. There's some cool death sequences and stuff, like the shower scene at the start of the film is pretty cool. It's also a continuation of the third film, because it talks about Freddy Krueger's mother, who was raped by a bunch of maniacs, because that's the lore of this franchise. So we don't really know who Freddy's dad is. Yeah. It's a weird one. And then there's like the cool, so we have character back again who now has new friends who mostly don't believe her, and one who pretty much doesn't believe her until for most of the film, which gets, I know it's a horror trope, but it gets old. You're just like, love, do you not? This woman's not, I mean, I get it, but like, how do people not know about Freddy Krueger? I'm very confused at this point. It's the fifth movie. Surely people should know. Come on. Oh shit, don't punch that. Yeah, there's a cool kind of Take On Me style death sequence. That's really cool. I really like the animation in that one. It feels like it's something that can only really be done in like A Nightmare on Elm Street, because it's all dream stuff. Whereas most horror films, I guess, are reality based. I don't believe so, because she's insane. Because why would anyone believe anyone in a horror film? Like, of course, you can't believe anyone in a horror film. They're all completely nuts. Despite, a lot of stuff already happening at least in the previous film. She's trying to target her because she has a child that's in her, so the fetus kind of dreams. Which, I guess, it makes a lot of sense. So Freddy's trying to corrupt the child. At this point in the franchise, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. This is nuts. This is just nuts. I was never a big fan, and it just feels like she doesn't really have her powers from the previous film. So you're like, you just went through the previous film, you got a whole bunch of powers, and it's like, Oh, well, I tripped down. It's like a Metroid game. Oh, I tripped, and all my powers fell down the drain. That's like, I don't know. You could explain it why the child has the powers or something. Give that kind of weird explanation. I don't know. Something. It's probably just the idea that you can't have like, oh, she can't have the powers because that would end the movie in about 10 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, she had the powers. Well, the movie ended. Oh, okay. I guess yeah, that doesn't really work. So yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan. So pretty much everyone just kind of forgets pretty much everything that happened in the previous film because they have to for plot relevance. And basically everyone thinks the main character's crazy. Again. So, why? I don't know. We're near the end of this franchise. We're on 5, and I've already watched 6. So there's only one more Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Besides Freddy vs. Jason. Oh, and the remake as well. But I keep forgetting about the remake. Yeah, we get the classic house, which I assume is the house from the first. It gets. I forget. It's been so long since we watched the first film. I'm like, I don't know, is that the house from the first film? Maybe. Who knows at this point? We've seen it so many times and so many iterations of it, so yeah, I think it's a movie where I just don't care about the main character, but I feel like a lot of the effects are amazing. I rarely ever like fault these movies on their effects. Like they are just like top notch, like effects. Like some like so grisly at times, and you're just like, ooh, but it looks so good. So yeah, a lot of really good practical effects and some cool digital effects. Like I said, with I'm gonna say the Take on Me death. So I'm just like, what's the Take on Me? It basically just turns up into Take on me, take on me, make me on. Anyway, that's enough of that. Do I think it's worth watching? Ooh, that's a good shout. I don't know. I'm working in my head. Do I think it's worth watching? Kinda not. Yeah. It's definitely good. Oops, sorry. I'm just putting a movie on the background where I just like, where I'm just like, ooh. So I just see a copy of Spectacular Spider-Man. I want to go back through this where I'm like, ooh, is that Smutter? I don't know. Don't recognize that. There's Spider-Man and Iron Man, which is unclear because I feel like New Line wasn't New Line like part of Warner Brothers? Was that a thing? Let me just check. New Line Cinema. Aren't they like a subsidiary? Yeah. Part of Warner Bros. Or when did they get bought by Warner Bros? I was acquired, but okay, 94. There we go. That explains that. They're not part of Warner Bros. Yet. So there we go. Though I've explained my problem. Because this is just a lot of Marvel comics. I see an X-Men comic here. I honestly, I really do get distracted by these sometimes. I'm just like, ooh, X-Men comics, Spider-Man comics. Do I see any duplicates? No. Oh. There's a Wolverine poster in the background. What's that? Spider-Man and Momad? Momad? Who the hell is Momad? I don't know that. Monmad. Marvel. Nomad. Ah, it's Nomad. Yeah, that's right, Nomad. I can't read. You don't know this character. Oh. As an alternate identity for Captain America. Okay. All right, whatever. Well, at least I explained to something I was unfamiliar with. It was like, oh, this is why they had Marvel stuff in it rather than. I guess I must have got a license for it. I don't remember seeing anything in the credits regarding Marvel. I've rambled enough. Do I think it's worth watching? It is kind of worth watching. Like I said, practical effects, you cannot fault these movies. Yeah, Freddy Krueger is still a really cool villain. I'm looking at all the Marvel comics right now on screen. There's a power pack. I just want to, because there's a comic book sequence. It's pretty cool. I'll be honest. But like I said, is it worth watching? Kinda. At this point, you're just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm confused and aroused. What? Yeah. It's a strange one. I think they're just getting stranger and stranger because it's like, we gotta come up with new ideas. What do we do? Like, they're just like almost a bit nuts. I like the fact it ties into like 3 and 4. Honestly, I do like the fact there's a continuance of the movies. Freddy getting defeated by his own mother, the only one more powerful than Freddy. Freddy is his nun mother who was raped by maniacs, but is somehow more powerful than him because reasons. I don't know. Fuck it. It's mad. It's nuts. Watch it. If you don't watch it, it's still a crazy one. But fuck it. Like I said, it's crazy. I keep saying it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's me stop now. I'll see you on the flip side for... Pulls out the movie. Freddy's Dead. The Final Nightmare. Dun dun dun.